Hello there, welcome to Addressing the Issues once again. If you're watching us right now, we always make sure we go to the extra mile to bring you the best when it comes to interviews that are going to educate you, interviews that's going to make you learn something. And so if you like whatever we're doing here, you can always like or comment, that way we know you love what we're doing and we can bring you more of this. So today we bring you an interview with a guy called Chris. Now Chris, it's someone who saw a silver lining in the dark cloud. Corona has been with us for like 2 years now, and when the Corona started, he lost his job from unemployed to becoming a business owner. And so today I'm here with him and want to hear all about it from him. So, here is Chris.
Hi, hello.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
You're welcome to Addressing the Issues.
Thank you, man. Thanks.
Yeah, okay. So, your story, it's a very spectacular one, and it's not everybody who seems to be able to see the opportunity in such a situation. You know, when this Corona thing started, a whole lot of people lost their jobs. I'm sure some people even lost their marriages, you know, because people were not used to like staying indoors with their partners for long. So it was like, okay, now the kids are home, the man is home, the lady is home, and it's like, it was chaos, you know. So I mean, it caused a whole lot of havoc. But you on the other hand was able to break through. Like I kept asking, how did this happen? But right before we jump into you telling us the story, I want you to tell us a little bit about you. I mean, what was it like? What were you doing before before the Corona came and then you lost your job? Or you were not working at all? Just tell us a little bit about you. We just want to know.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm Chris, and I'm 38 years old.
It's okay.
I'm married, and we have one little son. He just got 2.
Oh, okay.
So the small, and I'm an actor. That's what my profession is.
Oh, okay.
And so mostly in theater context, but sometimes also I did some movies like the Tatort or something like this, which is known in German.
Okay, what year was that?
The last one I actually did during Corona, it was this year actually, like half a year ago. But before that, it was just sometimes maybe once a year.
Once a year. Okay. And do you have any of your movies on Netflix or something like that?
No, I'm not that famous yet. No, not really.
Okay. But being an actor, what seems to be the limit? Do you know, most of the times for so many people, when they're an actor in whichever country they find themselves, breaking through to Hollywood seems to be the thing for them. And you as an actor, do you also look at it like, if I'm in the peak of my career, then that is when I reach Hollywood, that is when I'm in the peak of my career. Do you look at it that way?
No. I actually had a classmate who was looking like this, and he went to the States almost every year and did some acting classes because he wanted to be in Hollywood. But you know where he is now? He is now in Russia. So he is on a complete different area in the world, because he's like this good-looking German guy, and then he started in a Russian war movie, and there they saw him and they thought, wow, he's so good-looking, and now he's really at the top, of German-speaking actors in Russia. He even learned Russian. He's now married to a Russian woman. So just a story. But with me, I was not really into film acting so much, that this would be a goal for me. A goal for me would be to have this mixture of doing some jobs in television, in cinema, and then in theater. So that I can mix it up. So the best thing would be like to have like 2 or 3 productions a year in the theater, and then you have one big cinema movie, and then you have some smaller in the television, and that's fine, you know.
That is the dream for you.
That's my dream, yes.
Oh, okay. So then I wanted to find out how far did you go with the acting before the whole COVID thing came in place?
I started my theater, I wouldn't say career, but the thing after the study, you know, in Bremen.
Bremen, okay.
And I was there in the theater for 3 years, in a small ensemble, you know, like a, I do call it ensemble?
Ensemble,
ensemble, yes. And there we did so many plays, and it was really, I learned a lot. So this was like the first 3 years. And after that I said to myself, Chris, I want to do some work in the television. And both at the same time it wasn't possible, so I quit the job there, and then it started really like up there already, like in Tatort. Tatort is like this German thing in television. And then I thought from there it will stay there and then maybe go up, but it was like Tatort and then another Tatort, and then it went like so. And it's like an up and down, you know.
So if I get you right, acting is actually what you studied.
Yes, that's what I studied.
As a profession.
Yes. So I studied acting for 4 years, and then I got my Bachelor of Arts.
Bachelor?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I mean that's okay. I mean that's normal. That's not.
Whoa.
So and I actually studied in Vienna because I'm Austrian.
Oh, okay.
And so my first job was in Bremen, because you have to try to get the job in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, wherever, you know.
Oh, okay. So how long have you been in Germany now? You say you are an Austrian.
I'm in Germany already more than, I think, 10 or 11 years now.
10, 11 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so after being in Germany for all these years, is it okay for someone to say you qualify to be a German, or you are actually a German?
No, I wouldn't say so. I'm still an Austrian. I think even in 30 years I am an Austrian. But of course I speak German, so it's quite similar, you know. And the people will hear that I'm not German.
So let me just ask, if it happens that your parents were from Austria, and then they decide to settle here and they get back to you, will you then consider yourself an Austrian or a German?
You mean when my parents...
Say if your parents from Austria move over here.
Okay, and I will be born here.
Will you consider yourself a German?
I'm not sure.
I'm asking for the purpose of my audience. Most of my audience are blacks, and normally it's funny when you talk to most black kids that are born here with their parents black. They do like they are German, and I'm like, okay, well, German is where you born, but you're still black, you know.
But I mean,
so that is why I asked.
But the thing is that your parents bring all the culture, you know, from your home country. So of course I would be German on the paper, and I will be feeling German, but at the same time I would feel Austrian.
You feel like, Austrian?
Yes.
It's more like, say, it will be difficult to separate the two.
Yes, that's true.
All right. Okay. So right before we jump into hearing your main story, you said something about you being a dad. Like, your kid is how old now? 2 years. So what's the feeling like being a dad?
It's a good feeling. It changed, on the one hand, almost everything, because now there's one human being which is the most important thing in life, together with my wife, of course, you know. But at the same time, it didn't change much, because of course you have to work again, you have to do all the stuff you do regularly, but it's just amazing to wake up, you know, and in the morning, and the first thing this small little child is saying, please read the book with me, you know. It's heartwarming, I have to tell you.
There is this thing people keep saying, having a child can be very interesting and fun, but kids can be very troublesome too at times, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like you can have it both ways, you know.
Yes.
So that is it. So now I want to find out, you still haven't said anything about the business that you are into right now, but then I want to ask, first tell us about the business that you own right now.
Yes.
And then I want to ask you something on it. So what business did you decide to get into when...
the thing is that right when all this Corona stuff started, I was in a theater production in Austria, but then we had to cancel it because of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, nobody comes to watch.
Yes, so I took the plane, one of the last planes. It felt like the last planes from Austria back to Hamburg, where I live now, and then. Like with many people, at the beginning you didn't know what to do. At the beginning it was actually quite nice because all those, all those jobs and the pressure was gone. So you had quite some time.
More time for you
so you had fun and chill and enjoy the family and do all those things which has to be done,
Okay.
But after I don't know 1, 2, 3 months, you have to look at your bank account. And then it's like, it's going down. And so I was thinking...
I know what you mean, yeah.
So I was thinking, okay, what I'm gonna do. And, but you asked me what the business is about, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm actually in the pizza business right now.
Whoa, pizza.
Pizza.
Mamma mia. It's funny, Italians are known for doing pizza.
Yes.
So when someone else is doing pizza, it's someone want to expect, okay, it have to be an Italian, and because I don't think a lot of Germans own pizza shop here in in Germany.
I think it's mostly Italian or Turkish people who are doing the döner and the pizza stuff or whatever,
Okay.
But not really many Germans do. That's true.
So now that brings me to my question I have in head. So what was it? What was it that made you get into the pizza?
Yeah.
What was the drive? What was it that pushed you? Was it?
The thing is that I come from a family who have like kind of a restaurant on the countryside. My grandfather and my grandmother, they had this. So I was growing up in this place. Like every weekend I was there. So, and my mother and all my aunts and uncles, they were helping there. So I kind of grew up with this restaurant style thing. So it wasn't really new to me. And that was one thing. And the other thing is that as an actor, usually between jobs, you are working in a bar or a restaurant as a waiter or something like this. So so that's one thing. But when it comes to pizza, it's funny because I didn't eat pizza until I was 20 years old.
You don't say.
I didn't like pizza at all. So it's quite funny because now I'm doing pizza. And I will tell you what happened. Because I'm really a picky guy. I don't like many things. But at those time I was actually in Norway in a Bible school, and in the afternoon they only had pizza, self-made pizza. And I was so hungry, and I said to myself, Chris, you don't like it, but let's give it a try. You're so hungry, And then I tasted it, and then I thought, wow, what did I miss the last 20 years?
So it seems to me, Chris, you were a jack of all trades. You were into theater, acting, something happened, you left it, now you own a pizza business. But then again, you were once in Bible school.
I was, because before I studied acting, I actually studied theology.
Theology,
but I studied Catholic theology for 2 years, but then I stopped it, and then I did the acting thing. But then I got saved, and then I went to this Bible school in Norway, and then I came back and did the acting studies actually.
One would have thought when maybe the Corona came, like you were saying, maybe you'd have switched from the theater to being a priest. I think that would have been more easier. People needed someone to console them, to hear that kind of thing.
It's true. But then I would have had to study again to be a priest, because and you have to have a calling to be a priest, so I don't have the calling to be a priest.
These days we have so many people maybe out of circumstances or hunger, they say they are priests,
Oh, really?
I tell you, people are doing a lot. It's good you didn't see it from that angle and decide to dive into it and do something else. So, what's the name of your pizza?
My name, it's called kross pizza.
Kross. Okay.
Yes.
Kross pizza. I was thinking at the point maybe you definitely let us have your pizza and and we're gonna have a
Yeah,
try
yeah,
and
maybe
see,
next
because
time, huh?
everybody would love to see what
Oh yeah, that's
crisscross
true.
pizza look
But
like.
you can Google it actually. You can find it
it's on Google.
Yes.
I Google
I
it.
mean,
So
you
you have it
I have
online.
a website. Yeah. It's
Wow.
I have an Instagram account and Facebook. It's Chris, but with double S, Chris, and then cross with K, not with C, K,
Alright.
and double S.
So if you listeners want to get a bit of crisscross pizza, he said it's online. Just Google the name crisscross and it's first easy to locate him. So yeah, and Chris, I wanted to ask you this question. So I know as a foreigner, most of my audience are Africans.
Yeah.
Everybody's all blacks. Let me put it that way. So
Yeah.
I decided to ask this question because I know they'll be interested in knowing. So I know trying to start a business in here in Deutschland, it's not that easy, especially with the paperwork and all that.
Yes.
And so, will you say it was more easier for you to start one because you're white?
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not sure. Maybe yes. But the thing is that the paperwork is the same for you as for me.
Oh, okay.
And I really was like, how will I do it? Because, I mean, even though I'm a kind of this a small business thing, this Kleingewerbe it's called, so the smallest thing you can do. And the hardest thing was actually before I started doing my first pizza outside to sell, was all this paperwork and all those things you have to think about. But because it would be so nice to have like a book or something where somebody is telling you you have to do this. You can find it online. But at the same time you have to find the version you need to do, you know. But at the same time it was not that difficult because you have to have this Gewerbeschein, and it wasn't actually so expensive as I thought it would be. So it's like to have this Gewerbeschein cost like 25 euros, that's not much, you know. And then you have this another Gewerbeschein which is about 200 euros, that's a bit more. But still, like the paperwork and all those Genehmigungen you need, it's not that much. But you have to think through and understand it, and this is what the work is about.
Okay, so are you saying it wasn't that difficult? Because, you know, most of the times when people want to venture into businesses, a lot of people fear to undergo a risk or to take a risk.
Yeah.
You know, so in terms of the monetary aspect, do you really require that much money for you to set up it or to start with it? Because I know you need a couple of things, like maybe for a start, even a wagon, and that kind of a thing, and location. Were you not concerned?
The thing is that, to be honest, when I started the business, or when I was thinking to start the business, to buy the wagon and to build it and everything, I had like 800 euros on my bank account. So it was like almost nothing.
800 euros. That was how much he had before he has to start this business. But
now it's getting interesting.
I think I can start a business myself tomorrow. I got like 800 in cash. Okay.
And it was absurd, because with only 800, how will you start the business? And then I did this business plan just for myself, and I was thinking, okay, the wagon costs like this, and then I need the Führerschein, and then I need this and this. And so I came up about the whole project will cost me roughly about 12,000 euros. So this is what I imagined. Yes.
Okay.
So, but this is like, there's everything in it. Like all the paperwork, all the advertising, the Wagen, the Umbau of the Wagen, and the gas ovens and everything.
12,000.
Yeah, this is what I thought it will cost.
That's what you thought it would cost.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know if this will work out or not.
Oh, okay.
And this is really, I didn't tell anybody about this, because it's usually people don't talk about this, but it's okay to talk, because it's a funny story. And then I was thinking, okay, so what to do? First things first, which I had to do first. So, but then I was thinking, okay, maybe I can go to my grandma and ask her if she can lend me like a couple of thousand euros.
You know, I was actually thinking about, you know, anytime someone was about to start business, it's all about it's it's either the Auntie Mabel stashed some money or Auntie Vicky died and left some money sitting somewhere. So I was actually waiting for you to get to that.
Yeah, but because if I would go to the bank, they will say, "Come on, Chris, you can go home again." And this is what actually happened. I did go to my grandma, and she gave me like, I don't know, 2, 3, I think it was 2,000 euros. And then my wife, she gave me a little bit. And then of course my parents, they also give me a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But so I had really support from, was the part with the money. But then I also had support with a lot of friends, which helped me to unbuild the wagon and then build it again. And I had a friend who did all the electric stuff, and because if you want to do this just by yourself, it's not possible. It's simply not possible because sometimes you need a helping hand just to hold something, like physically hold something.
So it's more to say we all need good friends if we want to have something going.
Yes. And it was not so much work actually. I mean, if I did it part-time. I started the wagen when I was acting, so I did it just, sometimes one day here, one day there. But if you want to do this business, you can actually build this whole wagen and everything. I would say in 5 months, everything is done.
5 months.
And you can start it.
So, is that to say that the idea of you one day doing this business was there already? Because you said something like you started building the wagon. So, it was like, even before Corona was about to take place, like it was something already in the pipeline.
Yes. So it was not that Corona came and then I started it. No, I started it before. And it actually, when Corona came, the wagen was done, so I could go on the street and sell the pizza. So it was perfect timing, and I, as a Christian, believed that God, He gave me this idea like many years ago already to buy this.
Hallelujah!
Yes, it's true.
There's a believer in the house. You see, if you want to do a business, I'm surprised. I never knew he was going to say something like, if you want to do a business, just don't forget the God factor. Don't forget the God factor. I mean, you can use your strength and everything, but when that God factor, it's not there. It's a problem. Let me say this. It's actually funny. Most Africans, or some Africans always are under the impression that white people always work hard, but they don't believe in like going to church and praying for something that God is going to. White people don't believe in going to church and praying that God is going to do a miracle.
I know.
That's why I'm surprised that despite all the efforts that you made, you still believe the God factor can still like push you.
Of course, because if God would not have gave me this idea with this pizza oven, which started with this like 5 years, I was thinking at the beginning, somehow I can do a business between my acting jobs and so. But then it formed and it took actually almost 2 years from the starting of the business, like with the paperwork, until the wagen was finished. So 2 years. So and also after that, when the business started, it really started very well. And this was also for me a sign that God is blessing this business, and it's still until now. And of course I did what I could do with my strength, but without all the friends, and all those help, it wouldn't be possible.
So in other words, Chris, what you're telling me right now is, in case I want to start a business, all I need is, number one, the God factor. Secondly, I need some good friends around to help.
Yes.
And then secondly, I need some cash to start it out, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So so Chris, I want to find out, so what is it like for you right now owning your own business? What's the feeling like?
The good thing is that you can, because I'm such a small business, it's a one-man show, but of course sometimes I have people working with me, but the good thing is that I can choose when I want to work.
When you want to work.
So, there's so much the people they like to eat all the time. So pizza and most of the people like pizza. So and of course you have to do a very good one, because otherwise they will go somewhere else and order them at home. So I think I have a good quality pizza doing, and if I would have people to work with me. So if somebody is in the audience and who needs a job or wants to do like pizza stuff, call me or write me an email, because I think that there's I can do like 3 or 4 wagons actually. Because
he's doing free advertising now. You
yeah,
have to pass through me. They will because my wife is working and so I have to take care of my child as well. That's why I cannot do like 5 days a week. I wanted to ask you that. I mean, what is this like, trying to combine the family life together with owning a business?
Well, the thing is, what I underestimated was that even if you just stay somewhere for 5 hours and sell pizza, I really didn't expect that the pre-work, all those preparations, then the after work, it's really a lot of work. It's like almost the same time, or sometimes even more than the time you actually sell the pizza. Yes. So and you have to drive to the supermarkets and get all the stuff and everything and prepare, and so this I didn't think that this was so much work. So you have to check with your family, your wife.
Well, it's good you're sharing this aspect of it, because most of the time when people want to enter a certain business, they only look at one part of it. Like you said, it's not just about putting the bargain and selling the pizza. It's a pre-preparation. You have to go for shopping and shop for your stuff. You always have to make sure you have stock.
Yes.
Imagine when you're doing pizza and then you're having a lot of business, and all of a sudden in the middle of selling you are short.
It happened actually to me. It happened actually to me on my first appearance at the cafe, and I already prepared for like 80 pizzas, which is I think it's a lot, 80 pizzas for one evening. But there were so many people, I could have sold 120, but I said, sorry guys, I'm out of stock.
I'm sure my listeners are going to learn from it, and maybe if they want to do a business, they'll realize there's a need to always think ahead, like you said. But like you said too, I know normally in the business with time you learn. I'm sure right now there are days you're going to study the weather and say that, okay, maybe today is Sunday, people tend to eat more pizza on the weekends, maybe on a daily basis. So I'm sure it's something people get to study over time.
Yes. I'm still learning. I'm learning all the time. Even how to make the dough, the basic dough. It's simple, but at the same time it's almost every time it's a bit different. So, but yeah.
Let me ask you this good question. So, did you ever worry about whether you were going to get enough customers when you're about to start your business? Because I mean, when you're about to start business, one of the things that worries us very much is whether are they going to sell.
Yes. The thing is that Corona was actually into favor for my business, because the time when I started, all those restaurants had to close, and they just started to do this takeaway thing, and I'm just takeaway, so I'm on the street, takeaway, so everything was closed and I was open on the street. So that was really my opportunity, and so it was very easy from the start on. But now I can see when I look at the pizza sold that it's getting less, of course, because all those restaurants have reopened. So, but at the same time, people, they book me for their Geburtstag events, whatever, every kind of celebrations, weddings, So and so it's a mixture of daily basis, staying somewhere, and this is like advertising for this events. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's like you said, it's still a good thing, because even though if you're not getting market as you used to when the shops were closed, now like you say, you're having events and stuff that you are attending to, and I'm sure with time your market is going to expand. because some businesses start and I don't think within a year they are able to boost up or get big as yours did.
Yeah.
Because it was because of the intervention of because of the corona was going on. You make hay while the sun was shining. You know, and I think that was what helped you. So, Chris, if someone is watching this right now and they still seems to be struggling because of the ongoing pandemic, corona, and they are not doing anything, what is it? What have you got to tell them?
Do something. You know, I mean, it can be a business, but just
do something.
Yeah.
And idle mind is the devil's workshop. That's what they say. An idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Yeah.
So you just heard it all from Chris. Do something.
Yes.
Do something. Don't just sit idle and start complaining and start lamenting. There's always a silver lining in the dark cloud. There's always a silver lining in the dark cloud. But right before we wrap up with everything, but Chris, now that you have your pizza business, is it something you still want to go back to your acting?
The idea is to combine those two things. So my dream is that I start again the theater business. It's already started again a little bit, but I need people who work with me in the pizza business because I cannot do both at the same time, full time. You know, so when I do the acting business, I need someone who's helping with the pizza business because but when I so that's the thing. So but it's the market is huge, and I think if you know, but in my heart I'm an artist. I'm not a businessman.
Once an actor, always.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Why? Because I'm sure that some of your viewers are more businessmen than me, and they for sure. At this point, like 1.5, let's say 1 year after I started, they would be there. I mean, I'm here, you know, and some of you guys, you would be here, and you would have built the third and fourth wagon, and then do the franchise thing, you know.
What's important is at least you started something. You know? Sometimes it's not a race. You go at your own pace. You know, you go at your own pace. The fact that you even have this dream and you started it, that's what's important.
Yeah, that's true.
So you don't look at how big someone is getting. You also get there.
Yeah.
So, Chris.
Yes,
It's really been nice having you on this show.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Anybody who is watching, in case you want a pizza to eat, you know, just check for Kross Pizza online. Just Google it and you're going to find out everything you need to know. It's rather unfortunate that Chris didn't bring us a pizza on set for us to taste, but I'm sure maybe next time he will definitely bring us one. So, Chris, once again.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yes, sure.
Yeah, okay. So, that is just it. Like I said from the beginning, if you really like this interview that we just brought to you and you feel like you are motivated or something like that, just check below and like and give us some comments, and then we're going to bring more of this on your way. Once again, thanks for watching us. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.